The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this latest installment of the Hometown Football League. We are week number 11 now, and this is game number 2, the 52nd game of the 105. We will be bringing you, and we have been bringing you most of them since January. We did a week in September. We did week 1 in September because I thought this would coincide with the NFL season that has just passed 2021-2022, but I had health problems and we had to delay for about 3 months. Detroit and Minnesota is our game today. Minnesota, one of 3 teams tied at 8-2 for the best record in the HTFL. We're playing this at TCF Bank Stadium, which was the outdoor stadium the Vikings used for a little bit before they moved into that new dome facility. They're favored by 8 points, 31 degrees, and a calm wind. It was an error I made putting the game together, but it kind of fits Minnesota because, of course, they used to play outdoors and they used to play prior to 82 or 83 at Bloomington Stadium. So it's color. It's good color for a team from Minnesota to be playing out in the cold. And those are your 2 quarterbacks. It's going to be Matthew Stafford, who, of course, just won a Super Bowl with the Rams, against Francis Tarkenton. And the toss goes Minnesota's way. They will defer to the second half on the slightly frozen tundra of TCF Bank Stadium. Watkins, Fendenbach, and Walker back deep for the Lions, and we are underway. And that'll be a touchback. TCF Bank Stadium is where the University of Minnesota currently plays. Some of you knew that already. For Detroit, the starting lineup, Sanders and Jones, 5 and 7 receivers out of the backfield. Moore and Calvin Johnson, a 10 and an 8. Charlie Sanders is a 6. He's the tight end. Stafford, the quarterback. Brown, Stanfill, Glover, Sewell, and Creekmore, a 99888 combination. Those are their blocking numbers. Gerstand 10 from the 20, and Stafford goes to work. He hands it to Barry, and that's a 2-yard gain. Stafford starting today. Bobby Lane. Let's see. It might be a situation where the computer, even though there is no limitations on how many times a quarterback can throw or usage limitations, they'll put the second quarterback in when they think the starter has had enough. Gain of 2, Carl Eller on the tackle. So Sanders picking up 2, and it's 2nd and 8. This is going to be a little pitch to. No, Stafford threw it away. Minnesota wanting a flag for intentional grounding, not to be. 3rd and 8 at the 22 with 14-12. We're 48 seconds into this game. Pickup of 4. Sanders tackled by Eller. I'll owe you all a game of the month video probably in the latter stages of the week, if not the weekend, because just picked up Action PC Basketball. I saw that they had a season set up from the teams for the upcoming NCAAs that'll be taking place starting tonight, as I am taping this March 15th, the first 4. Take place over the next 2 days if they do the scheduling as traditional dictated pre-pandemic. Of course, 2020 got wiped out to the pandemic, and 2021 was radically altered, and they played all the games in Indiana. 4th and 4th at 26. Detroit will punt it away. Earl Morrill back to punt. And that was a 42-yard punt, and West returned it 5, so the net 37. Tarkenton still in for Minnesota. Peterson and Kleinsasser out of the backfield are 3 and 4 receivers. Carter and Diggs at 10 and an 8. I forgot to give you the Minnesota defense, didn't I? Well, I'll get to that when Detroit gets the ball back. Jordan is a 7. Tarkenton, the quarterback out of Georgia. Zimmerman a 10. McDaniel a 10. Tingelhoff a 10. White an 8. Yeri is a 10. And we'll go double tight end, which brings in Rudolph. And we're going to run it with Adrian Peterson, one of the leading runners, if not the leading runner, in the HTFL right now. Gain of 3. For Detroit, it's Porsche, Baker, Karras, and Brown, the front 4, a 9 and 8, a 9 and a 9. Walker a 9, Wayne Walker. Joe Schmidt's a 10. Williams is a 7. Those are your linebackers. Dahl and Larry are 10s. Hunter and Quinn are 8s. So look for throws to the running backs and the tight ends if Minnesota wants to take advantage of that. And speaking of the devil, slant to Steve Jordan on 2nd and 7. He's got it. He's got a first, a pickup of 10. 31-degree day at TCF Bank Stadium and no wind to worry about. We'll go Kleinsasser with a dive on 1st and 10, and Big Jim, a 1-yard gain. Porsche making the tackle. Setting up 2nd and 9. We'll go pitch right to Adrian. 2nd and 9. We have a marker down. Gain of 5.
Defense. Number 60. 5-yard penalty.
So instead, it will be a 5-yard penalty, making it 2nd and 4 as opposed to 3rd and 4. Peterson. Sweep to the left side. Detroit playing short tight. We'll go Carter on a medium hitch instead. Try to expose Detroit there. Throw to Kleinsasser instead. Tackled by Wayne Walker, a gain of 9 for Minnesota. They're now at the Detroit 35 with 10:52 left. We'll go trap right Peterson, 1st and 10. And Peterson is loose. Past the 20, past the 10. House call. Touchdown Vikings. And believe it or not, that's the longest run this year for Adrian Peterson, 35 yards. So he's been doing it by hauling the short mail, I guess you could say. Point after try for Walsh coming up as I open up a bottle of water. Good. And it's 7-0 with 10:04 left to go, opening frame. So Minnesota off to a good start. And Watkins is again back deep for Detroit. Short kickoff. No, it's going to go out of bounds.
Kicking team.
Well, I don't think the receiving team would kick it out of bounds. Thank you very much. 1st and 10 for Detroit up at the 40. Now, let's set the defense for Minnesota before I forget again. Eller and Dolman are the defensive ends, a 10 and a 9. Page, a 10-plus defensive tackle. Randall is a 10. Blair, Simeon, Winston, 9, 8, 8. Bryan and Rhodes are both 8, so Detroit could have some success throwing the ball. That's probably the one weak point of the Minnesota defense. Browner and Krause are the safeties. They are 10 and a 9, respectively. 1st and 10 at the 40. It's going to be a throw to Sanders and a 4-yard gain. Winston made the stop for the Vikes. 2nd and 6 at the 44. And that's a throw, a fumble, and Minnesota's pounced on it. Eller with the fumble recovery. Bobby Bryant jarred the ball loose, and just like that, Minnesota back at it. 1st and 10 at the 49. Peterson, trap right. And that's a gain of 3. Brown making the tackle. I believe that is Lomas Brown. No, Roger Brown out of Maryland Eastern Shore. 2nd and 7 at the 46. Pitch right, Adrian Peterson. But the Lions playing short tight. We're going to go Jordan on a medium hitch. And Jordan was open. but Tarkenton couldn't find him. Tarkenton off to a 2-for-3 start, so I guess for him, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 3rd and 7, we'll go 3 wide, which brings, it's going to be Anthony Carter coming into the game. We're going to go his way on a medium slant. Barney comes in as the extra DB. And it was Carter making the grab to pick up a 16, but we have a review.
Further review, the ball touched the ground before being secured. Incomplete. No timeout will be charged.
Okay, so an incompletion setting up 4th and 7 at the 46. Detroit using its challenge on that. Bob Lee will come in to punt. He'll go to the sideline. Manley back deep for Detroit. Not a good punt. 27 yards, went out of bounds at the 19. 1st and 10 from there for Detroit. 8:16 now left in the opening quarter. And Detroit down 7-0. And Sanders just a 1-yard gain. Randall making the stop for Minnesota. 2nd and 9 now. And this is a throw to Sanders, a gain of 5. 3rd and 4 at the 25. The give to Jones, gains 5 and gets a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30. I'll be doing a podcast taping later on tonight. And I'll tell you a little more about that for the people who don't know at halftime. Incomplete pass, Brian tipped it, was intended for Calvin Johnson. 2nd and 10 at the 30. Pitch. No, it was an incomplete pass. I think Stafford was looking for Charlie Sanders there. 3rd and 10. Sanders is going to run it here on 3rd. And it's not surprised that there is no gain on the play. Alan Page stood up Barry Sanders. 4th and 10 from the 30. Earl Morrill into punt. And that is West making another 5-yard return. The punt went 46. And if I remember correctly, that's the exact amounts of yardage from a previous punt. Well, 5:07 left to go. It's 7-0 Vikings. Dive over the middle with Adrian Peterson. Double tight end I formation. 5-yard gain. And Karras made the tackle. And it's now a 2nd and 5 at the 34. Pitch right to Adrian Peterson. Peterson got the 1st down. A pickup of 5. 4:06 now left. Screen decline saucer on 1st and 10 from the 39. And he's got it. Past the 40, past the 50, a big gain, 17 yards. And Williams finally made the stop for Detroit. 3:14 left. Minnesota very patient offensively. And we're going to go trap left with Peterson. And he gets a big gain. Well, into the secondary at least, a gain of 8. And Larry making the tackle for Detroit. And with that, we're going to go right back to Peterson, trap right. Just play the inside. Gain of 3. 7 carries, 62 yards for Peterson. You see the trap left, trap right now have a color to them. So we're going to ignore that and go with a stretch play with Peterson, where the left side of the line comes over. Gain of 6. And Minnesota just being very patient and prodding, using the running game. We're going to go jet sweep with Chris Carter on 2nd and 4. And that's a gain of 9. Quinn on the stop. So Minnesota coming at you with all kinds of misdirection. And that'll do it for quarter number 1. Vikings 7, Lions nothing. Detroit ran 11 plays, only gained 26 yards. 6 of those plays passes. Minnesota, 15 plays, 114 yards, and 10 of their 15 plays were rushes. Another stretch play for Peterson on 1st and 10 from the 18. And Peterson, again, another good gain, 9 yards. Baker got injured on that last play. So that brings in Cliff Averill out of Purdue. 2nd and a yard. And we're going to call Fran Tarkenton's number. Sweep to the right side. He turns the corner, gets a gain of 7 down to the 2. Of course, Fran was well known for his scrambling ability. Off tackle right, Peterson. And he's in. I believe that's the second touchdown he's had today. 1 from 35, this from 2. It's 13-0. And Walsh puts it through. 14-0 is your score. 13:54 left till halftime. And the way things are going for Detroit, that could not come soon enough for them. Watkins again back deep. And that goes through the end zone, a touchback. So Stafford's got to figure it out. He has started 3 for 6 for just 14 yards. And Stafford throwing, complete to Charlie Sanders, a pickup of 2 Kraus on the stop for Minnesota. 2nd and 8. Ball now up to the 22. James Jones, a gain of 5. Set up 3rd and 3 at the 27. 13:02 left now until halftime. And that was a short little curl to Barry Sanders. Couldn't hang on. And on 4th and 3, Morrow will punt again. Been one-way traffic in this game so far. West this time made a fair catch at the 26. And we're gonna, let's see here. Well, we're gonna dance with who brought us. I'll tackle right, Adrian Peterson, and he picks up 3 yards. 11th carry. He's now at 82 on the day. And we're going to run the stretch play with Peterson. But Detroit playing short tight. We'll go on a fly route to Chris Carter instead. He's open. And that is a grab of 16 yards. Minnesota just being very methodical right now. Off tackle right, Adrian Peterson. He picks up 2 yards. Brown on the stop for Detroit. Now we'll try the stretch play again. Peterson. Just keep feeding him the ball. Gain of 3. Brown on the stop. That's 13 carries now for Peterson in just over 20 minutes of play. We'll go Diggs. Short crossing route on 3rd and 5. He's got it. That's another first, if it stands.
12 men on the field. Offense, 5-yard penalty.
As you hear, it did not stand. So make it 3rd and 10. With 9:18 to go. How about Chris Carter on a medium cross? He's got it. Did he get the first? He did. First and 10 with 9:11 left to go in the half. It's 14-0, and it's been all Minnesota so far. Off tackle left, Peterson, 1st and 10. Gain of 2 yards. As the offensive line doing a great job keeping Detroit at bay. Gain of 2 there, and Porsche made the tackle. And here we're going to go play action, medium slant to Carter on 2nd and 8. Tarkenton's going to run. He could get the first down that way, and he does. A pickup of 10. As a team, Minnesota 18 carries, 116 yards, 6.4 average and 2 touchdowns. And we'll go back to Peterson off tackle right. And that's no
Holding
gain.
offense. Number 73, 10-yard penalty.
And that's 1st and 20. We're going to pitch it right with Peterson, 1st and 20. And another penalty.
Holding offense. Number 67, 10-yard penalty.
1st and 30. Just be glad we're not playing the game by early 70s rules or earlier when holding was a 15-yard penalty. Peterson on a dive until we figure out what the hell we're going to do here. Gain of 2. Schmidt on the stop. That brings Robert Smith into the game. And we're going to pitch it left with him on 2nd and 28. And Smith with a nice gain of 11, which will make the third a bit more manageable. 3rd and 17. And we'll go Diggs. And we're going to go long fly. Hope for the best here, but that was batted at the line. Well, wait a minute. Pass may have been caught by Foreman. We'll challenge the ruling.
Upon further review, the ball was secured before it hit the ground. The pass is complete. No timeout will be charged.
So Minnesota uses their challenge on that, but I think it'll be 4th down, 4th and 22. We were better off not challenging. So Bob Lee in the punt on 4th and 22. And again, not a good punt, 29 yards. Detroit starts at their own 16 with 5:10 left until halftime. No gain. Now a 2nd and 10 at the 16. It's Stafford handing to James Jones. Pickup of 2. Jones was a standout at Florida in the 80s. 3rd and 8 at the 18. This time another incompletion. Jones coming out and won't return. So we'll see a substitute fullback when Detroit gets the ball next. Morrill in the punt. Remember, no wind in this game. And a nice return for West of 14 yards. The punt went 45, so the net will be 31. And both running backs looking a bit tired. We're going to go play action. Medium fly to the tight end, Steve Jordan, on a 1st down play. It's caught. Pick up a 15. And it's 1st and 10 at the 34 of Detroit. How about a bootleg for Fran Tarkenton? But Detroit playing short tight, so we're going to go medium fly to Carter. And he's open. Past the 20, down to the 14. 20 yards for Carter, and Larry made the stop. Yay, old Larry. That's his name, folks, out of Texas A&M. Smith will run it. Robert Smith coming in to spell Adrian Peterson, who had been used extensively in the first half. 2:12 left. We'll go to the warning with the score 14-0. Chuck Foreman on a screen on 2nd and 10 from the 14. He's got it. And he's got a score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chuck Foreman out of the University of Miami. 20-0, Vikes. And your point after, good by Walsh. And this has been a dominating performance for the Vikings. They lead 21-0 in this North Division battle. Watkins again back deep. And another touchback. So let's see if Detroit can get anything going. Nick Pietrosante and Brett Perryman come into the game. And Perryman will be up top, the split end up top, number 80. It is Pietrosante, tackled by Dolman, a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. I think my cat is coming to do color commentary. 2nd and 8 at the 22. Pitch to Pietro Sante, a gain of 6. Simeon on the tackle. Not going to call timeout, but Detroit has now called 2 timeouts in succession. 1 left for them, 3 left for Minnesota. 3rd and 2 at the 28. Stafford overthrew Calvin Johnson. Deflected by Smith, and Minnesota will get it back one more time. And this is a return of 12 yards. The punt went 44, so the net will be 32. 1:15 left to go. First half, it's 21-0. And Minnesota has been firing at will on the Lions. Diggs, a crossing route. He's got it. Past the 40, past the 30, down to the 27, but we have a penalty.
Holding. Offense.
Oh, it's coming
number
back.
67, 10-yard penalty.
White called for holding. 1st and 20. I'm just going to run the clock out. Smith, trap right. Gain of 5. Set up 2nd and 15. And we're going to go Bill Brown on an off-tackle right run. That should do it. Gain of 5. We will not call another play. We'll go to the halftime. I'm very satisfied to be up 21-0. And that is your score after 30 minutes of play. Let me talk to you a little bit about Pauly Talks Wrestling, a podcast that I have started. Available practically everywhere where podcasts are listed. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. If you could think of a podcast app, we're probably on it. I did a pilot episode Saturday. We have episode 1 coming out Thursday. Episode 2 will be Friday, and tonight I'm going to tape episode 3, which will come out Saturday. Then after that, every Saturday we will have another edition of Pauly Talks Wrestling. I figure everybody's got a wrestling podcast. Why not me? So, Pauly Talks Wrestling, episode 1 dropping at 6 p.m. United States Eastern Daylight Time, which would be 3 Pacific, 11, I think it would be 10 o'clock GMT right now because we're in Daylight Saving Time, and GMT-wise, they're not in Daylight Savings Time. So look for it wherever you get your podcasts, Pauly Talks Wrestling. And I'm Pauly, and I'll be talking wrestling. I already do PWT, so I don't figure it's going to be a big stretch to talk a little wrestling every week. And Minnesota's going to get the ball to start the second half. It was a dominating performance in the first half. Detroit ran 20 plays, only got 43 yards, and it was 10 rushes, 10 passes. For Minnesota, 34 plays, 245 yards, 23 of their plays were rushes, and they will get the ball to start the second half. And if you don't like this game, we have 3 more games coming to you this week. Ishmael, Nelson, and Jones are your return team, and we're down at 2 yards deep. No need to be taking any chances, up 21. Tarkenton, 9 of 11, 106 yards. Peterson already closing in on a Hyundai with 91 yards. Pitch right to Peterson. Might get it here. And he gains
Personal
nothing,
foul.
and we have
Defense.
a scuffle on
Number
the field.
48, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Steve Dahl getting into it with Don Dahl, I beg your pardon. Steve Dahl was a wrestler back in the 90s. Don Dahl got into it with some Minnesota Vikings, and bunch of pushing and shoving and some helmet grabbing, but there were no ejections. Detroit basically putting up a stand here and saying, we've had enough of this foolishness. Enough of getting pushed around. Peterson with 2 on a sweep to the left side. Porche makes the tackle. And by the way, that was a personal foul. It was a double personal foul. So we replayed the down. It's 2nd and 8. And we'll go back to Peterson, off tackle right side. And that's a gain of 3.
Defense. Number 60, 5-yard penalty.
Baker picking up another penalty. 2nd and 3 as opposed to 3rd and 6. And we'll go to Bill Brown on a dive. Try to pick up the first that way, and he's got it. So Minnesota just pounding Detroit at will here. And we go back to Peterson. A trap to the right side. He finds a hole. He picks up 7, and there's your 100-yard gain. 103 on his 18th carry. 2nd and 3. And I have a plan. We're going to go play action bomb to Diggs and try to get a quickie here. There it is. And there that is. Touchdown, Vikings. When you just keep punching the ball, running the ball, it usually sets up a play action bomb. Diggs with the catch, the 21st touchdown of the year for Fran Tarkenton. Your point after is good by Walsh, 28-0. Detroit with a goose egg right now. 12:21 left in the third. Watkins, Fennebach, and Walker are your deep men, and that's going to be a touchback. Impressive performance by the Vikings, and you wonder how deep they can make it in the playoffs. 1st and 10 at the 20. This is going to be a gain of 3, and that was Pietro Sante. Randall making the stop, and it is 2nd and 7 at the 23. Stafford. This time the give was to Sanders, a gain of 7. Sanders has been held in check, 6 carries for 14 yards. Short of the first, so Detroit's got to go for it here, 3rd and inches. Well, 3rd and inches, of course you would go for it. Throw to Berry for a 6-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the 36 now. Over the middle, and that was a nice grab by Calvin Johnson for 17 yards. Stafford is 6 for 12, 39 yards. 1st and 10 at the 47. And Stafford back again. Intended for Johnson, good coverage by Smith to avoid the completion. 2nd and 10 at the Vikes 47. The deepest penetration Detroit has had in this game, I believe. Pietro Sante, 4 more yards. Randall on the stop for Minnesota. 3rd and 6. And this has completed the Berry. A 1st down. Simeon making the stop. Gain of 6. 1st and 10 at the 37. And Stafford getting in a rhythm. That was Johnson on that catch. Smith forcing him out. A 13-yard gain. And this is Johnson. He will score. Touchdown, Detroit. So Detroit coming back with a little bit of pride. 28-6, and that will make it 28-7. Walker with the point after. Doak Walker or Wayne Walker? Well, Wayne Walker was a kicker, and I think Doak was too. So with 6:49 left, Ishmael is back deep. He will down it. So Detroit's got a little fire in their belly. Sweep it with Peterson, 1st and 10 from the 20. And he picks up another 6 yards to go to 109 on the day. 2nd and 4. So I was telling you in the first half I picked up Action PC basketball. And I got the deluxe set where you get the 2020-2021 college season. Top of the 2022 tournament that will be going on tonight, starting tonight. Loss of 4, by the way, for Peterson on that one. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. I'll tell you something I did already with Action PC basketball. We're going to go Carter, medium out on 3rd and 8, get the 1st down. No. So here come the Lions. Lead a punt. And just a 3-yard return for Manley. Punt went 39, so the net will be 36. First and 10 at the 42. I put Duke against Maine. Maine only played 9 games last year, of course, because of the pandemic. Gain of 18 for Perryman. Another completion for Stafford. He's 10 for 17. 100 yards, 1 touchdown. So I put Duke against Maine as the first my little game, because I hadn't played basketball, Action PC basketball for years. That's a gain of 11. Another bullet to Calvin Johnson, who now has 5 catches for 70. First and 10 at the 29. When I hear a score, that was incomplete, intended for Herman Moore. Rhodes deflected that. Duke won the game 77 to 27. So in 40 minutes of basketball, Maine could only get 27 points off of Duke. Third and 10 at the 29. And Duke, was being patient. There's another touchdown for Detroit. That was Perryman. And that pass went 29 yards. Suddenly we have a game, folks. It's 28-14 with Walker kicking that extra point through. So don't give up on this yet. Ishmael, Nelson, and Jones back deep. Ishmael will take this return, and he took it out
Illegal
to the
block.
25, but an illegal block against the receiving team. So again, Detroit showing signs of life in droves now. Peterson trapped right. He bounces off for 3 yards. Don Dahl made the tackle. And you wonder if that scuffle on the first Minnesota play has fired up the Lions. And we're going to go Peterson on a screen on 2nd and 7. And Peterson is loose. Past the 40. Out to the 44. That's his longest catch of the year to go. He also had his longest carry of the season earlier in this game. And targeted 14 attempts, 11 completions, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. We're going to go play action medium pass here to Carter on 1st and 10. Incomplete.
Personal foul. Defense. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Brown's really killing Detroit. That's, I believe, his 3rd personal foul. Well, 3rd penalty. 1st and 10 at the 41. The 3rd I remember. Put it to you that way. Sweep to the left side. And that's a gain of 4 yards. Schmidt on the tackle. Yeah, Action PC Basketball, you could get every college basketball team when the new game comes out every year. And I also picked up the 68 teams that made the NCAA tournament this year. I played Duke against Jacksonville State as another test game, and Jacksonville State won by a bucket, like 77-75. 2nd and 6 at the 37. So my basketball game needs a little work. Pitch right Peterson on 2nd and 6. I also picked up the season. Wilt scored 50 points a game. And Detroit just did it again. A pitch to Peterson Porcher. Forced a fumble, recovered by Schmidt. And look at this. 1st and 10, Detroit at their own 41. We have 17 seconds left in the quarter, and they have already made a very interesting comeback. Moore gains 4. Rhodes on the tackle. We have now played 45 minutes. Billy Sims coming in at running back, and Gail Cogdill will come in as a receiver. For Detroit, 35 plays, now 185 yards. And 22 of their plays have been passes. For Minnesota, 46 for 340, 32 of their 46 plays, rushes. 2nd and 6 at the 45. And here's Stafford. Incomplete. looking for Billy Sims, who is the number 20 in the game now. 3rd and 6 at the 45. And that's a completion to Cogdill. A gain of 7 and a first down. Bobby Bryant making the stop. So much for Minnesota just running away with the game, huh? 1st and 10 at the 48. Stafford, no defensive penetration there. The offensive line doing a great job. And that pass was deflected by Bryant, incomplete, intended for Cogdill. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 48. Down to 13:57 left in regulation. And who thought a few minutes ago we were talking about regulation? That was a Stafford incompletion. 3rd and 10 at the 48. And a sack. Carl Eller came into Stafford's view like a purple blur. And that's a loss of 11, and they'll bring in Earl Morrill to punt. And that should land inside the 10. We'll let it roll. Just more room to run the clock out. Gain of 9. Not a gain of 9. Rolled dead at the 9. The punt went 50. Peterson, trap left. Short tight, so we'll go to Carter on a slant. Maybe he can bust one for 91. He doesn't. A gain of 15. Larry making the stop for Detroit. 1st and 10 at the 24 now. Trap left Peterson. And Peterson picking up 5 yards. Hunter is out for the game. One of the safeties. So that brings in Bob Smith, running back, defensive back. 2nd and 5. And we'll look to Kyle Rudolph on a short cross. Incomplete. Malfunction at the junction there. 3rd and 5. Ball to 29. Peterson off tackle right side. We're going to try to run it on 3rd and 5. He got the first down. A pickup of exactly 5 yards, but enough to get the first. 25 rushes, 118 yards. We're going to go Brown. Sweep left side, 1st and 10. He picked up 1 yard only. Porsche on the stop for Detroit. 11:03 to go. We'll go 3 wide. Open up the field a little bit, but we're going to shoot. Peterson threw on a sweep on that tight end side. Peterson bursts through a 10-yard gain. 28 rushes, 128 yards. We can only use him 7 more times. So we'll go to Brown off tackle right side. In the base set, and Brown picking up 5. And we have Diggs leaving the field. He is out for the game. So it's going to be the law firm of Carter and Carter in the base formation. Anthony Carter and Chris Carter. 2nd and 5. And this is going to be off tackle right side. Adrian Peterson. Gain of 9 if it holds.
Offsides, defense. Number 71, 5-yard penalty.
We'll decline it. It'll be a first down. 1st and 10 at the 41. And again, I'm going to try to use the bomb here. We're going to go Carter. I think this will be Anthony Carter, and this should work. Look for 81. No.
Pass interference.
But a pass interference call will
Number 48, automatic, first down.
and it was Don Dahl who was the instigator in that brawl we had early in the second half. So a 1st and goal at 6. Now Minnesota could put this game away. And we're going to go off tackle right Peterson. Again, short and tight. So we'll go to Jordan on a short hitch. No, incomplete. Tarkenton, 12 of 17, 196 yards on the day. We'll go trap right, no, off tackle left. I was trying to go trap right. Loss of a yard, Porsche on the tackle. I'm going to run a quarterback draw with Fran Tarkenton on 3rd and goal from the 7, because all I need really here is a field goal No gain. 8:12 to go. And Walsh will try one from 24 yards out. Only a 77% chance, but it's true, and it's 31-14. 7:31 to go now. Watkins back deep for the Lions. And they got to get busy with half a quarter to play. Stafford is 14-26. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Got 4 wide in the game for Detroit. Pick up a 15 for Sims there. Perryman and Cogdill, and the defensive backs that come in are Smith, Harrison Smith, and Carl Lee out of Marshall. 1st and 10 at the 35. We're down to 7:07. An incompletion went right through Cogdill's hands. 2nd and 10 at the 35. And that's no gain for Sims, setting up a 3rd and 10. We're down to 6:43. And this is a completion and a first down for Cogdill. Bryant made the tackle for Detroit. 1st and 10 at the 46. Screen. Overthrew Sims, incomplete. Stafford 16-31, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 10 now. Ball at the 46 still. Stafford facing a rush, threw it to Sims. He got a first, a pickup of 12. 5:45 to go, but the Lions trail by 17. We have a marker down before the throw.
Encroachment, defense. Number 88, 5-yard penalty.
And that is Alan Page committing the encroachment. 1st and 5. The ball at the 37. Detroit's got to score quick. And that's an incompletion. Stafford, our scouts say that was his 5th bad pass of the day. 2nd and 5. Another catch by Sims in the middle. 9-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the 28. And we are down to 5:13 to go. Sims again, a pickup of 4. He now has 4 catches for 40 yards. 2nd and 6 at the 24. 4:57 to go. Sims couldn't hang on to that one. Kraus hit him hard just as he was going to go catch it. 3rd and 6 at the 24. Stafford going deep, and he's got Perryman. Touchdown, Lions. 24 yards. Brett's longest catch of the year. 31-20. And the point after good, so the Lions are not giving up. They're not saying die. 4:26 left. It's 31-21. And remember, folks, it was 28-0 at one point. We'll watch for the onside kick here. But Detroit kicks it deep. And Ishmael takes a knee 2 yards deep in the end zone. 1st and 10 at the 20. And this game is not over by a long shot, especially should Detroit turn the ball over again. Or should Minnesota turn the ball over again. Off tackle right, Peterson. And he gains 7 yards. As a team, Minnesota has rushed the ball 41 times for 200 yards. A 4.9 clip. And on 2nd and 3, we're going to go for the bundle and Anthony Carter. And that is incomplete. 3rd and 3. We probably shouldn't have done that because that saves a lot of time for Detroit. Okay. Trap right. 3rd and 3. And that's a gain of 2.
Defense. Number 60. 5-yard penalty.
Baker called for encroachment. Move the chains because that's a first down on that penalty. And we'll go Kleinsasser on a dive. And a fumble, and Detroit has it. You kidding me? Smith recovers the fumble, and Porsche forces another one. So Detroit now has it at the 33, 3:14 left. This is not over yet. Gain of 4. You would think it would be over, but it isn't. By Sims. Page on the stop. Page now watches Sims get up. He has 2 rushes for 4 catches for 40. 2nd and 6 at the 29. In the flat, incomplete. Was looking for 89, who would be Cogdill. And Stafford now 20 for 38 with 3 touchdown passes of 226 yards and a sack by Carl Eller, his second of the day. A 4-yard loss, 4th and 10. Now, Detroit needs a field goal. One of the things they need to tie the game, but they're going to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 10 from the 33. Minnesota playing way back. And a catch by Johnson, a first down, a pickup at 22. 2:16 left to go. What a comeback here by Detroit, which may go all for naught. Incomplete. Again, Stafford threw that away, was throwing in the general direction of Gail Cogdill. 2nd and 10 at the 11, and Stafford. Touchdown! Cogdill. And it's 31-27. And we still have 2 minutes to go. Walker for the point after. Hit it. It's 31-28 with 2:02 to go. Detroit also has 3 timeouts left. We'll watch for the onside kick again. And this time they try it. Ishmael pounces on it. A return of 3 yards to the Detroit 43. So if Minnesota could get a first down, this game is over. Trap right, Adrian Peterson on 1st and 10. A valiant comeback for Detroit, which could go all for naught. Gain of 4 for Peterson. That's his 30th carry. 147 yards. Or as John McKay used to say, don't worry about the running backs carrying the ball. The ball is rather light. 2nd and 6. Peterson on a dive. We need a first. And it's a loss of a yard. Detroit calling timeout number 2. They have 1 remaining. And we're going to run Tarkenton on a bootleg on 3rd and 7. And he picks up 3. And Detroit calling their last timeout. Okay, 4 from 4. A field goal would only be about a 41% chance. I'm going to bring in Lee, and I'm going to try a pooch punt. Oh, and a bad snap! Porsche again! Nailing the punter, Bob Lee. This is unreal. 1st and 10 at the 46 for Detroit. And they are about 25 yards away from a field goal that would tie the game. Unbelievable. Stafford hands off to Sims. He fumbled, but it was picked up by Brown. Detroit having all kinds of luck that evaded them in the first half. A pickup of 7. 2nd and 3. They have no timeouts left. 1:04 to go. And Stafford will spike the ball. 3rd and 3, 50 seconds to go. Minnesota playing back, and it's a first down. Herman Moore made the catch. He gained 4. 1st and 10 at the Minnesota 43. 36 seconds to go. And caught out of bounds by Johnson. He gains 6 to the 37. And Detroit is going to bring in their field goal team right now. Murray is going to try a 54-yarder to tie the game. Unbelievable! He gets it! And we still have 21 seconds to go. What a game this turned out to be. 31 all. Probably the game of the season right here. We have Ishmael. Took it at the goal line, and Minnesota returned it out to the 27. Williams on the stop. 8 seconds to go. And Tarkenton's going to throw a big one here. They can't throw the Hail Mary this far back, so he's just going to throw a bomb. And Ahmad Rashad is being guarded by a linebacker, so that's where we're going. 30% chance this is a touchdown. And that's an incompletion. It was an underneath throw to Chris Carter. But we're going to try it again. The quarterback must pass this time. And we'll look to Ahmad Rashad, who comes in as the fifth wideout. There it goes. Incomplete, deflected by somebody. LeBeau came in as the quarterback, the third extra defensive back. We go to overtime, folks, and Minnesota gets the ball to start overtime, and we play by the old school NFL rules, our overtimes, where it's the first score that wins the game. 31-31, it was 28-0 at one point, and Detroit has made a dogged comeback. We've never had a tie in the HTFL before. Ishmael again back deep. Catches it inside his own 5, returns it 24 yards out to the 27. Problem is Peterson is now tired. He has 2 more carries before a fatigue penalties hit him. But we're going to go to him off tackle right side. And he gains 4 to go to 150 on the day. Talk about a wild game. 28-0 Minnesota led. And now Detroit has come back to tie it. Hitch to Jordan on 2nd and 6. No. 3rd and 6. We'll go 3 wide. Paul Flatley is the third wide receiver. We'll go his way on a slant. And that was an incompletion. Bob Lee coming in to punt, who was the backup quarterback for Tarkenton for many years. And this return goes 11 yards for Mandley. West made the stop. 26-yard net. And here come the Lions again, folks. 1st and 10 at the 43. They don't need much for the game-winning score. No gain. Pietro Sante, tackled by Simeon. And it's 2nd and 10. A minute 22 into the overtime period. Pitch to Pietro Sante, who gains 3. Alan Page on the stop. 3rd and 7 at the 46. So this is a game of the year candidate. We just don't know how it's going to end. Screen. And that's a nice game.
Encroachment defense. Number 56.
To Herman
5-yard
Moore,
penalty.
which is going to stand. And now Detroit is knocking on the door of an improbable victory. 1st and 10 at the 39. And that is a catch. Just short of the first down for Charlie Sanders. 2nd and inches. The ball at the Minnesota 29. What a win this would be for Detroit. That was a little dink to Barry Sanders. 1st and 10 at the 26. He's only had 6 carries in the game. That was his 5th catch for 24 total. 1st and 10 at the 26 of Minnesota. And that is Pietro Sante gaining 8 more yards. Detroit's down to the 18. 10:26 left in the OT. Stafford to Johnson. His 8th catch for 110. And Stafford has now gone over 300 yards. Who would have thought this at halftime? And now Eddie Murray with a chance for a field goal to get the win. Which they get. Detroit has done it. 34-31. And we went 5 minutes and 57 seconds into overtime. This was 28-0 early in the third quarter. 12:21 left in the third quarter. You got to give Stafford the MVP. And they scored 34 points, and Minnesota only scored 3 the rest of the way. An unreal comeback. Minnesota 398 yards. They held the ball 36 minutes. They were perfect in the red zone, but so was Detroit, although each team had a field goal. Minnesota 69 plays, and Detroit had 67. And Tarkenton had the better throwing day, 12 of 22, 196, 2 touchdowns, but Stafford 28 of 48, 309, 4 touchdowns. Leading rusher was Peterson, 32 for 150. Leading pass grabber was Calvin Johnson, 80, also led in yardage with 110. And your leading tackler, well, we had a couple. We had Porcher and Williams for Detroit, each with 10. And I am going to join you on camera because, to quote the late, great Jack Buck, I don't believe what I just saw, folks. 34-31. Detroit getting it done. Here's the X. Okay. So that was probably the best game we've had all year. I thought for sure Minnesota was going to run away with it. But sometimes when you play these games, you don't know what's going to happen in these games. Tomorrow, we will come at you with Atlanta and Houston, both teams 6-4 in the HTFL South Division, trying to give chase to Tampa Bay, who is 7-3. Whew, what a game, folks. Big Pauly coming to you. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now, everybody.